Rab explains it all. Math, chem, physics never fall. Subscribe and learn. Ace every test, so Rab explains it best.
Hi everyone, I hope you are doing well. Welcome to this video and welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to talk about angles that they are formed when a transversal line intersects two parallel lines. We are going to learn the name of these angles, and finally we are going to learn which angles are equal or congruent with each other and which angles are supplementary. Okay, without wasting any more time, let's jump into today's lesson. The first thing that we need to learn is the concept of parallel lines. Two lines are parallel if and only if they do not intersect each other. What does it mean? It means it does not matter how far you extend these two lines, they will not meet each other. Look at this example. A and B are not going to intersect each other, so we can realize that they are parallel, and we can show it in a text like A, two vertical lines, B. It means A and B are parallel. And if we want to show it on the figure, we can show it by a small arrow on each one of them. And we can also show it with two small arrows on each one of them. As long as the number of small arrows on A is equal to number of small arrows on B, it means they are parallel. The second concept that we need to learn is the definition of transversal line. Transversal line is a line that intersects two or more other lines. Look, here A and B are parallel. First of all, we can realize that from the figure, but if we want to make sure, the figure must show it by two small arrows, one at each one of them, and C is going to intersect them. So C is a transversal line here. There's a really important point here. When a transversal line intersects two parallel lines, it's going to form 8 angles. As you can see, this is going to be the first angle, second, third, fourth, number 5, 6, 7, 8. The objective of this video is learning the name of these angles and realizing which angles are equal to each other and which angles are supplementary. We are going to learn that by 5 rules. Let's start these rules. I'm sorry, before starting the rules, we must get familiar with the definition of interior angles and exterior angles. What is the meaning of that? If you have the least English proficiency level, you will realize that interior refers to something which is inside of the thing, right? So here, interior angles means the angles that they are in between of two parallel lines. Look at the angle 3, it is between the upper parallel line and the bottom parallel line, right? So angle 3, 4, 5, and 6 will be interior angle. I'm gonna show it here. Angle 3, 4, 5, and 6, they are interior angles. And of course, we have exterior angle, which is opposite of interior angles. It means it is out of the parallel lines. Look at 1, it is not between two parallel lines, so it's gonna be exterior angle. I'm gonna show it like this. 1, angle 2, it's out of the parallel line. Angle 7 and angle 8, they are exterior angles. The first rule that we have says alternate interior angles are congruent. What does it mean, alternate interior angles? First of all, this rule is talking about interior angles. Interior angles here are 4, 3, 5, and 6. Alternate interior angles means they are located in the opposite side of transversal line. They have opposite location and they are not next to each other. Look, 4 and 3 are next to each other. Both of them are interior angle, and they are located in the opposite side of transversal line, but they are not congruent. 4 and 5. Look, 4 is located on the left side of the transversal line and 5 is located on the right side of the transversal line, and they are not next to each other. So we can realize that they are alternate interior angles, and according to this rule, they must be congruent. And if we pay attention, we can realize that here we have a Z shape and they are the angles opposite. So angle 4 according to this rule is equal to angle 5 because they are alternate interior angles and they are congruent. And on the other hand, we have angle 3 and 6. They are alternate. 6 is located on the left side, 3 is located on the right side of the transversal line, and they are not next to each other. So angle 3 is equal to angle 6. This is the first rule, really easy. The second rule says alternate exterior angles are congruent. I told you exterior angles here are 1, 2, 8, and 7. It's exactly like the previous rule, but here we are talking about exterior angles. As you can see, 2 is located on the right side and 8 is located on the left side of the transversal line and they are not next to each other. So angle 2 will be equal to angle 8 and on the other side, angle 7 will be equal to angle 1. The only point that we have here is they must not be next to each other. The third rule says corresponding angles are congruent. What is the meaning of corresponding angles? It means they have same position, same relative position in comparison with the parallel line and transversal line. Pay attention. We want to find the corresponding angle of the second angle. It is located at the top of one parallel line and on the right side of transversal line. So we must find another angle which is located at the top of one parallel line and on the right side of transversal line. Look, angle 5 is located at the top of parallel line and on the right side of transversal line. So we can realize that they are corresponding and they are congruent. So angle 2 based on this rule is equal to angle 5. And we have 1 which is located at the top of parallel line and on the left side. So it will be equal to angle 6 which is at the top of one parallel line and on the left side of transversal line. So 1 will be equal to 6. And let's talk about 4. 4 is located at the bottom of one parallel line and left side of transversal line. It means it is going to be equal to 8. So angle 4 will be equal to angle 8. And on the other hand, finally, we have angle 3, which is located at the bottom of one parallel line and on the right side of transversal line, which is the characteristic of 7. So 3 will be equal to 7. They are congruent according to this rule. The fourth rule that we have, consecutive interior angles are supplementary. First of all, what does it mean consecutive? It means things that they are following each other. And it's talking about interior angles. Pay attention, interior angles means angle 3, 4, 5, and 6. Consecutive means they are next to each other and you must pay attention. They must be located only on one side. Both of them must be on one side of the transversal line. Here 3 and 5 are consecutive angles because they are next to each other and both of them are located only on one side, right side of the transversal line. And on the other hand, we have 4 and 6, which are consecutive. It means they are located, both of them are located on the left side of the transversal line and they are next to each other. They are supplementary. What does it mean they are supplementary? It means the addition of them will be equal to 180 degree. Really easy. And we have 4 plus 6 will be equal to 180 degree. And rule number 5, which is the last rule, it's really easy. It says vertical angles are congruent, and it's not only true when we have one transversal line and two parallel lines. It is true in every scenario that we have two lines that they intersect each other. For example, here we have two lines and they intersect. The angles that they are in front of each other, in this case I'm going to call it 1 and 2, are going to be called vertical angles and they are equal to each other. So angle 1 will be equal to angle 2. They are congruent. And on the other hand, we have 3 and 4. They are in front of each other, right? So they are vertical angles and they will be equal to each other. Okay, let's return to the parallel and transversal lines that we had. Look here, angle 2 and angle 4 are in front of each other. They are vertical angles because these two lines, the transversal line and one of the parallel line, intersect each other. So I can realize that angle 2 is equal to angle 4 because they are vertical angles. And angle 1 will be equal to angle 3. They are in front of each other. We have the same scenario here. Angle 5 is equal to angle 8. They are vertical angles and they are in front of each other. And angle 6 is equal to angle 7 because they are in front of each other. After learning all of those rules and a lot of fancy names, let's solve this example. Before solving this example, I need to tell you that there are several different methods for solving this example, and I'm going to apply only one of them, and it is not necessarily the easiest one. I'm going to make another video and I'm going to tell you a really magical shortcut that you can solve all of these examples in less than 30 minutes. I'm sorry, less than 30 seconds. But here, let's use the rules that we have learned so far. Here, we know the value of this angle, it is 60 degree. And we want to calculate the value of other angles. First, let's find the corresponding angle of this 60. It's located at the top of one parallel line and on the right side of the transversal line. The 5 is located at the top of one parallel line and right side of the transversal line, so I can realize that they are corresponding angles. So angle 5 will be equal to 60. I'm sorry, 60 degree. I'm gonna write it here, 60 degree. If you pay attention, you will realize that angle 3 and 5 are consecutive. Why? Because both of them are located on the right side of transversal line and they are next to each other. So the addition of both of them will be 180. And I know the value of angle 5, which is 60. So 3 plus 60 degree is going to be equal to 180. They are supplementary. I do not know, you can move the 60 degree to the other side and change the sign, or you can use inverse operation. It's really easy. If you solve it, you would realize that angle 3, the value of angle 3 is equal to 120 degree. So this one is going to be 120 degree. Okay, we have a rule, and according to that rule, we know that alternate interior angles are equal to each other. If you pay attention, you will realize that angle 5 and 2 are alternate interior angles. Why? Because both of them are interior angles. Second of all, they are on the opposite side of the transversal line. And third of all, they are not next to each other and they form a Z. Like this. So 2 will be equal to 60 degree and 3 and 4 also are alternate interior angles. So the value of angle 4 will be 120 degree. And as you can see, 4 and 7 are vertical angles. They are in front of each other. So I can realize that 4 is equal to 7 and it's going to be 120. And on the other hand, 6 will be equal to 5. They are vertical angles. It's going to be 60. And I need to find the corresponding angle of angle 1. Okay, the only angle that I need to calculate the value of that is angle 1. And I want to find the corresponding angle of that. As you can see, angle 1 is located at the top of the parallel line and on the left side of transversal line. It's exactly the characteristic that we can find in angle 4. So we can realize that they are corresponding angles and they are congruent. So the value of angle 1 will be equal to 120 degree. And we calculated all of the missing angles really easy. Here we have another example and I try to solve this one with a different method. you can see that 7 and 110 degree are forming a straight line. When two angles form a straight line, it means they are supplementary. I expect you to know that. I didn't mention that during the rules, but you must know that. So the addition of both of them will be 180, and I can realize that the value of angle 7 will be 70 degree. So it's gonna be 70 degree. Let's find the corresponding angle of this 7. It's located at the bottom of the parallel line, and on the left side of the transversal line we have these. We can find these characteristics in angle 3, so they are corresponding, and this one is gonna be 70 degree, and this 110 is in front of the 5, as you can see. So they are vertical angles, and the value of angle 5 will be 110 degree. And let's use the rule that we have for alternate interior angles. Angle 4 and 5 are alternate interior angles, so they are congruent. This one is going to be 110 degree. Angle 6 and 3 are alternate interior angles, so the value of that is going to be 70 degree. And let's find the corresponding angle of 1. It is located at the top and left side of the transversal line. We can find these characteristics in 5, so we can realize 1 and 5 are congruent. So the value of angle 1 will be 110 degree, and 2 and 6 are corresponding, so we can realize that the value of angle 2 will be 70 degree. We solved this example and it was really easy. So if we have one of these angles, we must be able to calculate the rest 7 angles. Here you can find more examples, and I strongly suggest you to solve them at home. If you have any question or if you wanted to share your answer, please feel free and write it in the comment box. I will try to answer them as soon as it was possible for me. Thank you for watching this video.